Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to participate in our webinar today, themed Challenging Times Need Responsive Solutions, hosted by ITX 360 in partnership with Oracle NetSuite. My name is Sadiq Mohideen. I am the head of finance and ERP at ITX 360. I will be your moderator for the session today. Hope I'm clear. I hope everybody can hear me.
Sadiq, a little bit louder will be better.
Right. Okay. So just to begin, hope everyone is keeping well and safe. And if the lockdown has been relaxed in your areas, we urge you to stay safe and stay indoors as much as possible and to follow protocols issued by the relevant authorities. So let me give you a brief introduction to ITX 360. We are a technology transformation company focused on enabling digital capabilities for organizations. We are a fully owned subsidiary of Expolanka Holdings PLC. Our team, consisting of 100+ people, are focused on providing digital solutions to organizations across multiple industries in order to solve key business challenges. We are also a key strategic partner of key international brands such as NetSuite, for which you will get an understanding today. So, ladies and gentlemen, the world as we know is on the process of recovering from a pandemic, which has forced many businesses across multiple industries and even individuals to think differently and also work differently. Adaptability has never been more important. Businesses need to keep their core systems and processes running in the most effective way possible, whilst also managing their costs. And moving to cloud has been a preferred method recently. So the concept behind cloud computing is simple. It lets you run your applications over the internet without having to buy, install, or manage your own servers or any infrastructure. You can run your IT operations with nothing more than a browser and an internet connection. NetSuite is one of the most powerful cloud-based ERP platforms, trusted by over 40,000 businesses worldwide, and gives you the freedom to run your business from any corner of the world. Cloud-based ERP systems have gained a lot of momentum recently as companies look for ways to reduce the upfront costs of ERP, speed up deployment times, and make it easier to customize software for their individual needs. So today I have a team with me who can give you a better understanding of all this, a better understanding of NetSuite, a better understanding of cloud computing. So let me warmly welcome our three presenters today. Ian, if you can just switch to the agenda as well. So today, first and foremost, we have Sumit, our channel manager from Oracle NetSuite Singapore, who will give us an overview of the NetSuite. BN, our senior solutions consultant from Malaysia, will run us through a brief demo of the system covering some key areas. And JL, our cloud technologist, again from Singapore, will give us the true value proposition of on-prem technology versus cloud. So just a few requests before I hand it over to Sumit. Those who have signed in as anonymous, we would appreciate it if you could just share your email address so that we can get in touch with you to share our content of the webinar. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them. And if it has not been already addressed during our session, we will take them up at the Q&A segment towards the end, of course, time permitting. So Sumit, good afternoon. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Sadiq. Guys, I hope I'm loud and clear. And thanks, BN, for running the slides for me. So, team, this is for everybody a warm welcome. And this is, I think, a perfect time to talk about cloud. We are going through a very acute pandemic situation where people are locked in from home. So the good thing about cloud system is people who have access to a cloud system are operational. It's business as usual for them, including NetSuite. We are all on cloud, BN, me and JL. We are all working. We are as busy as usual. Our operations are running, our sales are happening. We are still closing deals. And the other thing is, even we have customers in Sri Lanka who are on cloud. Three very important customers for us. One is WSO2, one of the largest middleware manufacturer creators in Sri Lanka. They're based out. The financials operations are all in cloud on NetSuite, and they've been up and running even during the pandemic, and they can speak for themselves. They've actually told everybody in their community how NetSuite has been helpful, even in this kind of situation where they've been working anytime, anywhere. They have a mobile workforce. Same thing we have with one of our other customers who's a large vendor of Dialog, who do the supply chain for Dialog. They've also been up and running, fulfilling orders, except for the courier guy going and dropping off the cell phone at a person's place. Everything else is happening online. So the whole process, everything is operational online. So this is a very important thing. The importance of cloud has never been felt more than ever than this time. So just a brief overview of NetSuite. As Sadiq said, we are totally a cloud ERP. We are part of Oracle. Some of the numbers which I'm just running through, we have 20,000 customers and 40,000 organizations. That is customers with multiple organizations within itself across the globe. We have quite a few customers across South Asia, including Sri Lanka, and we are the first cloud companies. So this makes us very unique. And the other thing is we are a separate global business unit within Oracle. That makes us very nimble, very customer centric, and very easy to reach and talk to and get support from. The next slide, please, Bien. So some of the verticals of some of the customers, actually we have too many customers to call out. I'll call out some of the customers from the European Union. We are very good for all the verticals which you can see here. We are good for the software and services vertical, the advertising and marketing and publication, not for profit. We do a lot of charity, we do a lot of corporate social responsibility and give our license free of cost to NGOs. We also do a lot of manufacturing, mostly on the discrete part, and then we do retail and wholesale and distribution. So more or less, most of the important key verticals are covered by NetSuite. The next slide, please. So this is a very good display or a diagrammatic display of what our core competence is. So we are more than an ERP. We are a platform with a single source of data. So in a kind of situation which we are in, customers have access to real-time data and can take informed decision, can do approvals online. Everything is online. We, as Sadiq had mentioned, our capex is zero. What you need to run NetSuite is your laptop, your tablet, or your mobile phone, and you just need a browser to log in and go in. Which BN is going to go through the product demo. She'll do a brief demo on the key features and functionalities. And then we have JL from our team who will tell you more of the NetSuite platform and how it can value add to your existing operations and how you can go totally on the cloud in a very short time. So some of these services, service lines or verticals I've covered. Now coming to the features and functionalities. Bean will cover this in detail. This is an ocean. The software is very powerful. A lot of stuff is done there. We cover both financials, order management, procurement, inventory. Bean, next slide, please. So these features and functionalities, what I'll do is I have data sheets for all this, which Sadiq from the ITX 360 team will have it with him. So if you need any of the data sheets, please reach out to us and we will be more than happy to share all the information with you. My contact details are there with Sadiq, so he'll be more than happy to connect you with any of our team members. The other very important thing about NetSuite is we are all on the same version. Unlike other vendors where they'll push you for upgrades, all our upgrades are free of cost. We are more on the kind of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn kind of application where you don't know when your upgrades are happening. Everything happens seamlessly. Your front end is preserved, and every customer of ours, those 40,000 organizations which run NetSuite are on the same version of the software. And all this is free of cost. Next slide, please, Vian. So some of the numbers, we are deployed across almost all the countries in the world. We support all major languages. And we also support all the major currencies. So we have companies who are customers who run multiple operations in multiple countries in multiple currencies. So, and we can consolidate all that information across to the holding company wherever it is. These features will be discussed more as we go through this demo. I'll not take up much of your time. And these are the other key highlight areas. I'll share these slides after the presentation. So you'll have all the information, you can go through all the data. And this is one of the key areas which BN just showed. This is the worldwide, what we have something called One World, where you can consolidate information across your multiple subsidiaries, multiple subs across multiple countries, across multiple currencies, and then consolidate that in a single currency at your head office or wherever you're listed. So some of the features and functionalities, what I'll do is I'll hand it over to BN for the demo, the most important part of it, and then JL to take you through the platform. BN, over to you. BN, you're good to go?
Yes.
Yeah, go
I'm going to bring up my browser.
Okay.
To the main screen as you have explained earlier, what do you need? You need internet connection, and you just can work with any internet browser. So today I choose Internet Explorer. Of course, you can use Firefox or Pro browser as long as you have an internet connection. It can be run from a tablet, can be run from a mobile phone, it can be run from my laptop here. So as an organization, you will have people from different teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my login, access to NetSuite. We are on cloud and we are a role-based system. Maybe you are viewing this from a big screen TV, maybe you are looking at it from a mobile phone. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that the font are easier to see in your case. There are three things I want to cover here, but there are so much of content. Let me briefly introduce to you where I am and how my cursor will point later on. On the top right of this screen, you currently know that I log in as Mark. This is due to a demo, and I can give myself all the roles in the world. I can suddenly become a CFO. I can suddenly become a salesperson, a stock person, a warehouse person. But this is how NetSuite helps to control the access of your user, and NetSuite helps to drive a lot of automation and approval process. So if now we are going to show you three types, which is as a CFO, as a salesperson, and also as an inventory person. So first of all, let me stick to this CFO role. The second thing that we love in NetSuite. In any case, you are lost or you want to look for any record in the system, or somebody with the name Annie, or a company with the name Annie, just typing in and the system gives you a list of the record of the supplier of a contact person. Or if you have a supplier which their name has a cloud, or the customer which has this company name with cloud, it will give you a list of all the record, the result in the system with the keyword. So the third thing, which is on my dashboards, are some shortcuts. Imagine you are a salesperson. You just entered a sales order in the system, but you think, oh, did I record the purchase order number from my customer? Did I forget it? Can I check it back? So if in the old system, you need to hover to a few, like go to the list of sales order and look into the record. But here we have a recent record, just like how internet browser remember your browsing history. In the event that you think you need to check your last invoice, your last transaction, that you need to do a quality check, did I record this? Did I put that information in? It is really easy for you to go back to the record. And whether you can change the record, it is all controlled by the role and the privilege that your role can have. As a CFO, I can look at the invoices, I can make some changes, I can approve. That's why when I hover my mouse to this invoice number, it gives me the chance to edit it. Else, I can only view the invoice. So here on my dashboard, you see there are small windows. We call them portlets. There are three portlets that a lot of our customers love, especially the reminder portlet. So my screen is currently on my left. That's why I will turn to the left and to the middle. On the reminder portlet, it is very important. As an organization, you will have supplier invoices. And let's imagine if the supplier invoice has reached to 10,000 US dollar, you do not want any accounts payable person to just enter into the system without an approval process. This is where the control kicks in. If the supplier invoice is more than a certain amount, not necessarily 10,000, your organization may have different practice, and that is configurable in the system. And currently everything, if the amount is more than the staff permittable amount, like 10,000, it will all go to the CFO for approval. That's why now there are 8 supplier invoice to approve. There are expense report like claim that needs to go to this CFO for approval. there are some other transactions that needs him to approve. And what are you thinking? Yes, approval is cool that you have enabled this. Do you have email? Yes. Whenever there is an approval required, we will send an email to the manager. They can come to the system and approve it. And there are also another thing in the organization, especially like now. Cash is very important for any organization. And if you have customer who did not pay for an extended period or for a big amount, you want the system to be able to handle this exception. And we can also turn on some unique requirement or exception and put that under the reminder. In this case, there is one invoice which the customer owed me more than 30 days and the amount is more than 50,000. As a CFO, why I need to know this information? 50,000 is enough for me to pay my entire company for all the workforce. If I don't receive this money in time, it could be a cash flow problem. And all this intelligence is put in place to help organization make better decision. Right. I can talk for a very long time on one portlet, but let me go to the next one, which all our customers, especially the managers, love, which is the key performance indicator at the middle. With you logging into the system, immediately you know that the sales is going up or coming down. This is a very unique case, as now in a lockdown situation, many companies are thinking of way how do we market our products. And snack or healthy snacks is now in the rise. Everybody stay at home and work. Do you feel stressed? Do you feel that it's not so convenient anymore for you to get the things that you love? So many organizations and business are thinking of ways to reach to their end customer. And the marketing team is working their way to promote their product. We see that in this situation, company that offer good customer service, good customer support has increased a lot of their sales, although there are challenges like the fulfillment. But look at this. You felt that the business is going up, but is there a system to tell you so? Now with everything that you can record in NetSuite, immediately when the manager log in into the system, he can say, now I know my sales is going up. And as a CFO, logging into the system, now I know for this month, my sales went up for 7.6%. These are not just number for show. Like 47 million, where does this money come from? With me clicking on that value, the system bring me to a report. And well, this is just a P&L, but NetSuite give you extra. We always think of what our customer like to use and we continuously improve the system. Now, very important, does the sales mainly come from Colombo area? The sales come from Millennium City, Kotte or other area? This is very important for you to know where should you put your focus on. If you suddenly have a good team of person who help you with the delivery and logistic, where should you put your workforce? Where should you focus? And this kind of report can help you and give you the decision, give you the data for a very good decision. How do you prioritize? How do you allocate your resources? Now, speaking back to finance, maybe some of you were from the finance team. You will definitely love this report. Why? We used to work in Excel, and I heard many times, even my friend who just started work, amazing, right? We get a job even at this challenge time. But the challenge is now the company have multiple Excel spreadsheets. They need to run the number, oh, the sales in Colombo is picking up. I should order more from my supplier. Oh no, the sales in another area is coming down. I should push or transfer some stock. But the problem is they do not have one central system and few departments have their own spreadsheet. And it could be a potential problem that you are using an old data to make decision for today. What we are giving you is a real-time data. As soon as the sales is captured, the inventory, the numbers are reflected. And just now I click on the Excel button. The systems give me the same P&L report with my selection. What I did select is I want the system to give me my P&L by the location. Now I know my Colombo sales, my Millennium City area sales, and the system not only give you the number. If you can look into this Excel spreadsheet, let me enable editing. My mouse is now pointed to the total number, and we don't only export flat number. This is something that we should celebrate. Now you do not need to use a calculator and calculate anymore, because this is a formula and we export with the formula. I imagine some claps. And many people will feel so relieved with an intelligent system like this. Let me now close the Excel spreadsheet. Another thing, like add-on bonus, if you are running this number, like I want to know my sales and I want to monitor this number every week. Now this intelligent feature is not released to everyone, it's only given to the manager or trusted person in your organization. Now you can ask the system to create this report and run this report, let's say every Monday at 10 o'clock. And you want this system to send this report to a list of maybe the board, maybe to the people who don't access to the system, to give them an idea on how the business is going. This is really good. You ask the system to send email every week, send it to my boss, send it to the board, so they can immediately get notified. Maybe this to you is not a very amazing feature, but a lot of time, especially when I met purchasing guys, they love this report until they tell us, can you don't let my boss know that this feature exists in NetSuite? They are taking so much time to prepare a report, to put them in the Excel spreadsheet, and then send out an email. That is already 3-step. But what NetSuite function allow you to do? Shortcut of 3 things. You don't need to log in, you don't need to select this report, you don't need to export to Excel anymore, but we send this report automatically out to your key personnel at a designated time. Okay, let me close this. In my demo account, it is actually a little bit more than Sri Lanka. If you look at the location, there is in Colombo, there is in Singapore, there is in Philippines. If I now return to the main dashboard, now comes to the third thing that maybe unique to certain customer, maybe it might be applicable to you. That this is what we call subsidiary navigator. We are truly a cloud system that power up any company, especially those who operate in a global scale. This subsidiary navigator is so cool that currently I'm sitting at the HQ, which is my parent. Everything on my report, on my dashboard, my KPI, it's all $. But let's say I'm sitting in Malaysia. I want to know how my Malaysia business is going. I select Malaysia, my KPI, my sales gets updated. Although on a global scale, my sales went up 7%, but in Malaysia, the sales came down by 90%. So where does the main business come from? Again, this is a system that allows you to do all this analysis and find out the real information. Because we enable all the team members to come into the system and use the same platform, be it for your purchasing team, be it for your sales team, be it for the accounts team who manage the GL. Now, with me talking about the CFO, you might be thinking, yes, what about the sales? What about if I am currently so pressed for COVID? Now the business is open. I have so much of sales to catch up. In the before the lockdown, I actually have so much of order from my customer. Should I fulfill them? Can I fulfill them? Can I ship them to my customer already? Are they open? So a lot of these questions is really crucial, especially when it comes to a sales organization. If you are dealing with sales, you can actually look at some important or very cool report that you can pull out. That in this example, I like to talk about snack. Maybe I locked at home for too long already. I'm dying to take some interesting food. Now look at my forecast by item, the outstanding forecast. What this means? I have created an order, but due to lockdown, my customer said, hey, please don't deliver first. I still want your order. I still want the product, but please deliver after my office is open. Maybe you can deliver to me at a certain date. That's why an outstanding forecast is important for you to know, yes, I've sold so much. Do I still have enough stock? Like now I have these 4 products that still have some outstanding. I have 6 that I have fulfilled. That remaining requirement is 1,000 plus. Do I have enough stock to cover? Now it comes into more strategic and planning. What if I'm just a low-level staff? If I am just a low-level staff, can the system also tell me that when I place an order, can I meet my customer demand? The answer is yes. And now I'm going to change my role to a salesperson. And now I bring it another browser because I'm taking this in Chinese. Mazai is another meaning like a subordinate. So I've just entered this sales order like during Sumit's presentation, that pantry solution. Imagine that it is a big building and there is a pantry solution who help them to distribute your products to all the offices. And they need this item for them to stock up. And pantry solution actually place an order that they need hazelnut chocolate butter, they need coconut chips, they need brownie chips. And immediately when this salesperson enter the order in the system, they know whether you have enough stock or not. And because the text code is automatically captured, the classification is automatically captured, this enables us to do report and analysis. Another thing, although may not be 100% relevant now, but if you are thinking from an organization that focus on, can I make a profit from this sale? Now, at the other side of it, yes, I have made a sale. I offered some special price to my customer. Am I still making a profit? Is my profit percentage still sufficient? Now, actually, from one sales order, I get 3 key information already. I know that I have this item, I have them in stock, and I am using the base price offered to this customer. Now, the third is, if I'm making a discount, am I still profit? And remember, we have this automation of workflow, and we heard from our customer they love this feature and they actually tweaked NetSuite to make this suitable for them. And this is where ITX 360 come into play. If you want to make this flexibility for your salesperson to give a discount, but you want to control, yes, you can give discount as long as it doesn't go below the cost, or you keep a 10% margin. And in this case, whenever the salesman make a sale, but they did not protect your bottom line, you want the sales order to put into an approval process, send it to the sales manager. Yes, we can turn on this workflow to support the control and also automate this process. Now imagine my old days before NetSuite. I have a stack of sales order put on the table of the manager, and I'm always waiting. Is my manager coming at 10? Is he coming at 11 to approve my sales order? Now everything is on cloud. You can make a call or WhatsApp to your manager, say, hey, I have just made a special discount. Can you go into the system and see whether you can approve it? Immediately approve. And then the purchase guy, the inventory guy will be immediately informed, and they will take the order and work their way to meeting the customer demand. Now let me go to the third part of my presentation, which is the purchasing. In an organization, you have salesperson who keep on giving us job to do. I like my salespeople who keep promoting and help us to promote our product and services. Now, let's say we are dealing with products and there are some people who is managing all the inventory. They create the items and then they want any control like approval. There are one purchase order to approve and then it will get notified into the purchasing manager dashboards. Okay, I have proceeded to quite a few. First, you have seen a CFO role, which the dashboard looks like green color. Then I go into a sales manager role. When you see the dashboards, it's in orange, and then a sales rep in brown, and now purchasing manager in purple. Why does NetSuite have all these different kind of color? It is all user personalization, and it is also for me at ease to share with you like, yeah, if you are a person who felt you need more calm, you need more down to earth, you can of course personalize it and change to your own taste. If you think that you need more report, you need more list, you need some search result, you can personalize and add more content onto the dashboards. So I want to bring you one important thing, that a lot of companies, when they are dealing with inventory, when they are dealing with stock, they will definitely love this feature. When I am going into managing stock, I continuously sell. Do I have enough to sell? The solution already in my sales order. I know how much stock I have. But what if the system also remind you, hello, it's time to place order. And we give you the list of items that you need to order. Like in Lavinia, I do not have enough of this stock and I usually buy from this supplier and the price. The system will immediately tell me I have zero stock, no stock at all. I don't have any customer place order yet. My office there is not operating. But I want the system to tell me when my stock fall below 2, I want to be able to restock to an optimal level. And here the system suggests you how many to place, how many orders should you put in. And this is not only limited to one location. Remember, I have so many other locations in the system and I can immediately put that in and then put down a selection. But let's say if you are only managing one Colombo area and you want the system to help reminding you for only Colombo, of course, you can filter this report to only display one location, or you can restrict it from the user perspective. Now, if I'm only looking at Colombo, right, I only have one item that I should place order. And how you do that in the system? Just say, right, I want to place order and submit. Then the system will create a purchase order. If the amount is more than my level of rights is allowed, now it's only 190. If it is more than 1,000, then it will go for approval process again. So for me to conclude everything, I would like to again come back to the sales rep role, because this is where we see a lot of organization is putting their focus. I'm bringing you to this pantry solution, which is my customer, and I want to share with you one holistic view about this customer that NetSuite can capture all in one. If you are working with this customer, you definitely want the system to say, hello, you've just placed an order, I can send you an invoice via email. NetSuite does that, and we keep the history in the system. The second thing, you have speak to the customer and they say, yeah, we are going to open for business and we are going to open 2 days ago. I still want your order, but don't deliver yet until I check my warehouse because it's been closed for a month or 2. Then you can easily put down some notes about this customer. Like on 5th, I recorded and I record in this system that Pantry Solution, my customer, is open for business from 12. May need to stop on 11, and please, it will let us know. So as a salesperson, I can again create a task for myself and remind myself that I should check on the customer. So one system to remind you to automate a lot of process. Now, We have so many technology, but you need one technology that speaks about your business. And in this event, today, Machai, this salesperson, is just managing this customer. Let's say his sales is so good, he takes care of his customers so well, and we promote him. We will get a new salesperson to handle this customer. You can sit down and tell the new sales guy about all the history for a day. And then maybe he forget. Now what the system helps you is that not only we capture all your communication, we capture everything, like in the past, this customer ordered from me and what item they like to place order with us. It is all captured under the sales information, like what they ordered and what is the amount they ordered, what is the status, what product they like to buy from us. It's all captured under this customer record. Like, I know he bought some sea salt truffle, the last purchase date was on Labor Day, and what is the price and what was the unit price average. And then within this customer, who is your point of contact? What is their contact number? And financial wise, very important. Is this customer a good paymaster? And what is the usual price that we give them? We give them normal price only. And it is 15 days term. Well, some of you may like a view like this, but some of you maybe will felt, I like some graphical view, more sexy. So NetSuite does this also, meaning we give you a dashboard view of a customer. And now I would like to tell you one cool stuff about this customer dashboards. And currently this sales rep is not tasked to do it. That you will see that I have a customer dashboard to see all the related information, like when did they come in? They were introduced to us from a marketing event. And then all the sales that this customer has gave me. And because this salesman is not handling all the support cases, now he cannot see this information. This is an extension of NetSuite, which I am going to use this chance to talk about our support. And then you can see all the sales, all the forecasts, all the balance, and also know that how many days this customer takes to pay. This is a very good paymaster. He always pay on time or pay on the spot. And this is my customer support page, where immediately if you are looking for a customer record, I see Sri Lanka is a very customer focused country. And let's say today your customer call in and they say they want to ask you some questions. With you typing in pantry, it gives you all the result of this customer, and you can also, as a support role, open up this pantry solution. And we have a collective case of handling all the customer, like they ask you, are you open for business? Do you have other color? Can you deliver faster? Can you deliver earlier? Is there a user manual? All captured here, and you can compare all your support reps. They are closed cases. And now going back to the same customer record pantry solution. Remember that my support rep cannot see all the open cases because of the rights restriction. Now on the support personnel, I have a different KPI. I look at how many cases this customer gave me, like how many support calls they gave us, how many cases that we close. Is this a good customer? Is that they always ask you questions? They always give you trouble? This is a very good case, of course. Next, rep. Coming back to the salesperson, you'll be able to see all the detail, like the sales by the customer, the sales order by the customer. Now I would like to give you a closure using the CFO role again, because this is one important thing that everybody who come into the system would expect a system to do, which is report. If I go into the report tab, with NetSuite, will give you readily more than 100 standard report that you can immediately use. In this case, I look at P&L, I want to compare my P&L, I want to look at all my purchases, I want to look at all my sales, I want to look at all my stock, my back order report, I want to look at some receivables information. I want to look at all the pipeline, the quotation, the opportunity that's been created. All these reports are given to you out of the box. But let us say, but I think I want to change the report a little bit. Can I have the report in another format? Well, yes. If your role gives you the permission to do that, you can customize the report. I will suggest our customer, you do not need to create a new report from scratch. You can actually leverage on what we have and do a customization. We give you the report writer, which allow you to do any report customization. Since I'm at this AP aging report, something very, very cool, I can go non-stop. Let me know if I have extended my time, but my timer says I still have 8 minutes, so I'm going to carry on. Some company look at the aging based on due date. I think over my 3 years with NetSuite, I only heard one time that some organization would like to look at the aging report by transaction date. Yes, you can do that, and we give you this option. One cool thing that my team, my finance accountant friend tell me that they like it is a retrospective report. My customer paid today. I want to look at the aging report yesterday. Yes, you can do an aging report retrospective, and you can look at a past date. Now my aging is looking at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Can I look at the aging report by month? Of course. You can ask the system, please tell me this aging report of 5 months, and I want an aging report by 1st of May. And once I have set this aging option, I just need to refresh the report. At this moment, with all the changes that I make, it is not yet a customization. This is all user level, and it's all in English. You have not seen me typing anything non-English, right? So immediately I will be able to see who my supplier and all my aging based on the setup, based on my configuration earlier on. Let us say you want a little bit more. You want to change this AP aging summary report. Can you do that? Yes, this is the report writer, and we allow you to put additional formula if you want to do a calculation, if you want to add additional fields like, please bring me the supplier email address. I don't know why would you want to do that, but let's say you want to include additional columns or information at this email field. It's all my email, okay? And immediately you can see the result before you save it. Again, let me revisit the report customization. There are more. If you want to filter, don't show me my own employee, just show me a customer. And how do I want to sort this report? And after I set this report up, can I give this report to all my colleagues? Can I share it with other people? Yes, you can even put that restriction, or whether this report can be public, that you share with everybody, or you just want to share it with your own department, like the finance department, marketing department. And this is really cool and really helpful. Imagine in the past, when you use some system which is installed in the office, during this time, you have no chance to go back to the office. You have no chance to make any changes. But now with the cloud system, you can access the important data about your business online. And what's more, it is real time, and you can have all the control, the automation. It's like the business application on steroid that keep everything coming on. And when you are doing your analysis, you can customize it, and you can still control who have access. Now everybody is talking about the new norm. I think I'm getting used to working from home. I'm getting used to be able to take an order, to solution, and to send email and capture everything about an opportunity that I go in. And that's why a cloud system becomes so much more important than the past. Now coming back to this report that we have we just talked about the report that we have more than 100 reports that you can leverage, you can customize. And once you have that customized, you can put them under the same report, and it's very easy for you to navigate back. So when I was doing my training, my online learning about NetSuite, yes, we do learning online. This is a P&L report that I put, yeah, maybe I want a P&L in more colorful way. Yes, you can do that, and it's all in the system. You can do that all by yourself. So it's not that we say you do not need to contact ITX 360 anymore, but a lot of business applications nowadays, they appreciate a system like this. A little bit of changes, I do not need to wait for other people to do it for me. I can do it myself. And this is also why many of our customers choose NetSuite. They can think of what they want, they can design what they want, and they can make changes to adapt to the changing needs of the market. Like in the past, we thought business will open every day. Yes, now business is still open every day, but it is no longer in the office anymore. We used to go to the shop, but now no, we place order online. So a lot of our activity have moved and enabled by technology and internet. And this is what I want to let you bring it back with you, which is about the system that allow you to do all this activity online. Now with the end and the closure of my part, I would like to bring up the slides again. We are going to the next section, which is the value proposition of a true cloud versus on-prem system. Now let me introduce to you JL.
Thank you, BM. Yep.
JL, there is an echo.
Yeah. What? Hello. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's great, JL. We can hear you now.
Yep. Sorry about that. Yeah. Thank you, BM. I'm sure everyone wants to see more demo about what NetSuite can do. So feel free to reach out to the ITX 360 team to schedule a discussion on how NetSuite can support and transform your business. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jun Liang, or you can just call me JL. I'm a cloud technologist from NetSuite Technology Center of Excellence team. My role today here is to share with you the true value of a cloud ERP solution and what our technology platform has to offer to your business in adopting NetSuite solution. Right now, cloud solution seems to be the buzzword. Well, I think NetSuite was way ahead of the curve when we started the company more than 20 years ago as the first cloud company. Many ERP vendors now try to sell their business applications as cloud solution, while in reality, they are simply hosting an on-premise solution. A true cloud solution should be a SaaS model. That is a software as a service. The benefits of a cloud solution are only available in a multi-tenant environment, where resources like infrastructure, hardware, and software are shared between different customers. In fact, this is what Gartner says as well. Hosting and application management are not the same as software as a service. Just because you can host an application originally built to be on-premise and single tenant, and then move it to somewhere in the cloud, that doesn't mean that you now have a true cloud solution. And the reality is, you still won't have the full benefits of using a SaaS solution. So what are the benefits of a true cloud solution? Well, multi-tenancy is one of them. How does multi-tenancy work? All users of the software will access the same hardware and infrastructure. However, the data and configurations that are specific to the customers are stored in a separate and secure container. Users have access to all the capabilities of the software, but very importantly, their data isn't shared. With multi-tenancy, we can achieve scalability very easily. NetSuite is able to leverage economies of scale because we buy in bulk and we build in bulk. As a result, we are able to deliver the solution to our customers at a very competitive price. We can also help our customers scale quickly using our spare computing resources. the experience that we have gained doing this, I think that's 21 years and counting, is really priceless. Essentially, the more we do it, the better we become. In contrast, with a single tenancy hosted solution, the solution provider will need to provision a fixed hardware setup for every new customer that they onboard. And this is just not very scalable to their customers. Versionless, or what Sumit mentioned earlier when he spoke about the automatic upgrade, is also one of the key benefits. Our customers do not need to pay for costly maintenance fees in order to keep their software up to date. New features and updates are included with the SaaS subscription and are rolled out by NetSuite seamlessly. So all our customers, regardless of their company size, annual revenues, or how long they've been with NetSuite, are all on the same version of the software. This makes supporting our customer much easier, and all our customers can use the latest and greatest features without having to go through the pain of upgrading. Another benefit is that we have a unified data model and a single code base. Customization can be done without the need to change the underlying code. This is very different from the traditional on-premise application, where customization usually requires changes to the application code. Our application is designed to be highly configurable, as what Bian has shared earlier, so that businesses can make the application perform the way that they want, without changing the underlying code or data structure. Because the code is unchanged, upgrades can be performed easily by NetSuite for all our customers. Bian, can you move to the next slide? So just now, Bian gave you a test drive of our solution. Now let's look under the hood and see what's involved in running an ERP solution. In the middle, that's a stack of all the different components required. In fact, I think this is a very simplified version. The reality is it is far more complex with many tiny components from data center layer all the way up to the application layer. Just look at each of these layers. Each of them actually represents some sort of expertise and responsibilities. The team that manage the network may not have the expertise with optimizing the database. So when do you know who is responsible for what? Good thing with a SaaS solution like NetSuite is, we kind of take care of everything. There's only one neck to choke, right? We are fully responsible of delivering the ERP solution service to our customer. If you look at the dark side, the on-prem and hosted solution side, there are so many different vendors involved in keeping the solution running. When you have so many cooks in the kitchen, it's going to get really messy. When you encounter a problem, how do you know whether it's a hardware problem, network problem, database problem, or OS problem? Which of your vendors are you going to call to get it resolved? And the headaches go beyond issue resolution. Remember earlier we talked about the importance of having your system updated and patched? When you have different vendors involved, there's a huge amount of coordination involved to make sure that everyone is on the same page. With NetSuite, we kind of look after your tech stack so that you can focus on running your business instead of managing your vendors or maintaining the solution. Next one, please. Before I wrap up my presentation, this is a slide that showcases some of the values that we offer to our customers through our best practices. It's a lot to take in here, but the fact is NetSuite does provide a lot of business values to our customers, and I can easily spend 30 to 60 minutes on this slide alone just to go through each of these values. For today, I'm just going to spend a few minutes here. So from the very beginning, we know that for most business owners, they can't get accurate insights into their businesses because their data is all over the place. It could be printed on some papers, filed in some unknown cabinets, some Excel files in some file server on their in their office, all over the place basically. So this is why we have the unified data model in NetSuite. Our customer can get real-time business intelligence by just looking at their dashboard and reports in NetSuite. Just like what Bian has shown earlier with the KPI Podlet and other real-time reports that you can drill down quite easily. Today, I mean, agility has never been more important. The ability to adapt to changes in the business environment is critical. Many of us, we are working from home today, and the way we interact and do business with our customers are also changing. With NetSuite, we offer simple to use customization too. Just click and point and click, drag and drop. Very simple tools that our customer can use to innovate or change our business processes quickly. You don't have to write up long change request document and wait for some developer to help you to implement those changes maybe months later. Everything can be done quite quickly and easily. Downtime risk is often a very huge concern for businesses. So how do businesses make sure that the service critical to their operations stay up and running all the time? The good thing with NetSuite is we have plenty of redundancies to make sure that our service is always available. We have redundant network connectivity, redundant power supply, redundant routers, redundant servers, and even secondary data center on the standby. This kind of level of availability is very hard to achieve without the SaaS model due to the lack of economy of scales. We are also very transparent on our uptime. So if you go to status.netsuite.com, you can see that in the past 12 months, our uptime is more than 99.9%. Right. I mean, before I pass the floor back to Sadiq, if you have any questions, please feel free to submit them into the Q&A box, and we'll try to answer them. That's all from me, and thank you. And over to you, Sadiq.
Thank you, JL. Thank you for that. So we can now move on to the Q&A segment. Before we move on, just again a friendly reminder that if any of you have joined in as anonymous, kindly share your email address, and we will be very happy to share with you the content of this webinar. So we can move in to the Q&A. In the interest of time, let me just take a question. One of our attendees want to know about the possibility of integrating the mobile POS, because when they are salesperson are spread across the country, so they'll be entering data into the POS, and they wanted to see if that can be integrated back to the NetSuite ERP. So Sumit, are you taking this question?
Yeah, Sadiq, I'll take that question. Yeah, this is, so as I said earlier to everybody here, that NetSuite is more than an ERP, it's a platform. So we frequently get questions whether it can be integrated with mobile POS, whether it can be integrated to the legacy system running in the company, with any other existing system. Yes, we are a platform which is very open. You can easily build integration to our platform to third-party systems, including a mobile POS. This is a very frequent requirement. People have their own POS which they're very comfortable with, and they want to integrate it with their own ERP. Yes, definitely can be done. And if the customer who has requested for this question, we can do a discovery session to explain, to go through it with you on your requirements, and also explain how this can be done. You can reach out to the ITX 360 team, and we'll be more than happy to share details on this. Plus, for everybody on the call, we are we are a digital company, so we have got a NetSuite channel on YouTube. You'll have a lot of collaterals there, which you can go and look. NetSuite.com itself is a treasure trove of information of all kinds, data sheets, product information, customer information. Please go and have a look.
So if you just move into the contact slide. Most of you might have very specific questions of how maybe we can address your specific business, your specific industry. So if you do have any need, please contact us, and we'll be very glad to get in touch with you to cover your specific area of business. We've just covered the very basic aspects of the ERP. As Sumit mentioned, NetSuite is rich. There's many more features that we can extend to you as well. So please do reach out to us. So I think we've reached our time limit for today. So in the interest of time, I would like to once again thank everyone who has joined us today for this webinar. Thank you, JL. Thank you, Bien. Thank you, Sumit, for enlightening us on the true nature of ERP on the cloud, and also introducing NetSuite to our audience today. We hope this webinar was very informative. And as I said, if you do require any additional information, please do reach out to us on the details projected on the screen. Apologies if we couldn't answer any other specific questions, but as I said, you can always reach out to us, and we will get back to you on your specific need. So,
and
yeah.
Sadiq, just mention that you'll have the recording of the session available to anybody who's interested, including
yes,
the
yes. So we will be publishing the recording link on our YouTube page. So if you have missed out on anything, you can go and access the same. So I guess that's it from all of us here today. Again, thank you to everyone who joined us, and hope you will join us on our next webinar and also get in touch with us on NetSuite. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.